He was an equal participant in the crime which outraged India and the world, according to a police inquiry report heard by the Juvenile Justice Board today. The brutal assault and murder of that young woman shocked the nation. Many have asked for death penalty for the 6 men involved, and now that the girl died, they can face the death penalty. Yet 6 months have saved this minor from jail and a possible death penalty. He was 17.5 years old when the crime was committed. A juvenile board today accepted an Uttar Pradesh school certificate to prove that this young man was 6 months short of the majority age of 18. This means the maximum sentence he can now get is 3 years of correction in a juvenile remand home.
A juvenile justice board in Delhi has ruled that the 6th accused in the Delhi gang rape case is a minor. The order came on a plea by the Delhi police that had asked for a bone identification test for the accused to determine his actual age. The order was based on the scrutiny of the school certificate of the juvenile and on a statement by the principal of the school the juvenile went to. The school records show the date of the birth of this juvenile as June 4, 1995. The principal of the school, when he deposed before the Juvenile Justice Board a few days ago, he said that the date of birth on the school certificate was mentioned as the parents told them at the time of admission. On the date of the crime, the accused was 17 years, 6 months and 11 days old. Now, this 6th accused, the juvenile, gets a maximum of 3 years in a correctional home and no prison. But how does the trial now progress in the case of this juvenile at the Juvenile Justice Board? Let's go across to Tanima Bishwas to find out.
Police filed an inquiry report in front of the Juvenile Justice Board today, where it mentioned and highlighted the exact role played by the juvenile in the Delhi gang rape incident. They mentioned the IPC sections, but remember, technically the juvenile cannot be charged for murder. But the police mentioned in the report that the juvenile was the one who lured the couple inside the bus in South Delhi and also is an equal participant in the entire crime.
The girl's father spoke to NDTV today, saying he wants this young boy to get the maximum punishment. Others ask, why can't there be exceptions made to the law in a crime like this?
इस समय तो करंट लग गया सबको, लेकिन फिर भी करंट से मरना तो नहीं है ना, आगे चलना तो पड़ेगा ही। जो हमारे साथ ऐसा हादसा हुआ है, जिसने किया है उसको ऐसे छोड़ देना भी तो बहुत बड़ा गुनाह हो जाएगा। तो हम कोर्ट में जाएंगे, अपील करेंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे, जो भी करना पड़ेगा। सजा किसी के कम नहीं होनी चाहिए, चाहे वो जुवेनाइल है चाहे कुछ भी है, सजा सबकी बराबर होनी चाहिए। बराबर में क्या, फांसी और कुछ नहीं।
The family of the girl gang raped, brutalized in Delhi in shock after the 6th accused was held to be a minor. Not only will they challenge it, but are demanding a medical test to probe his age.
The mood in the neighborhood where the girl lived is somber, and there is a unanimous call for a harsher punishment for the juvenile.
नाबालिग जो है 5 साल का ही बच्चा होता है या 7 साल का होता है, अब 17 साल का बच्चा तो नाबालिग होता ही नहीं है, उसको तो बुरा भला समझ है ही है। तो इसमें तो हम तो उसको कहेंगे कि पूरी उसको सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
और चलो ये कह रहे हो बच्चा वही नाबालिग माना जा रहा है, तो देखो नाबालिग तो नाबालिग है वो, ऐसा मैं मानती हूँ नाबालिग है बच्चा है, तो ऐसे काम क्यों करते हैं नाबालिग तो।
This neighborhood is determined to see justice for India's daughter, and today's setback hasn't quite dented that yet. Neha Masih for NDTV.
6 months which literally make the difference between life and death. We're going to debate what should actually happen next, what can happen next, and now really what will happen in the future, because the law cannot be retrospective. The judge who's hearing the case will be bound by the law. They cannot change and say that even that an exception can be made in a case like this. The Juvenile Justice Act doesn't allow that. Also, you can join this debate via NDTV's Second Screen app. Just log on to our NDTV app, go to Second Screen and send in your questions live to ask our special panelists. Let me introduce them tonight. I've got 2 senior police officers with me, men who see crimes by juveniles every day, and let's see what their perspective is. Joining me in the Delhi studio is Tejinder Luthra, Joint Commissioner of Police. Now, he's somebody who's also been overseeing the investigations into this Delhi gang rape and tragic murder of that young girl. I'm also joined by Himanshu Roy from the Mumbai Police, Senior Police Officer. I'm also joined by Kiran Bedi, former Senior IPS Officer who also headed Tihar Jail, was known for her reforms there but has got very strong views in this particular case. Let me introduce my other guest. Also joining me is Kamini Jaiswal, a Senior Advocate at the Supreme Court. I'm also joined by Professor Ved Kumari from the Faculty of Law, Delhi University. Now, she had also appeared before the Justice Verma Commission, and Justice Verma had quoted her views on this extensively. I'm also joined tonight by Dr. Bipasha Roy. Now, she's a member of the Juvenile Justice Board from Kolkata. And I'm also joined by Madhu Garg. Now, she's an activist who's been fighting a similar case in Lucknow where a young girl was raped. The main accused, a relative of a powerful politician, walked free because he produced a document which said that he was a minor. However, 8 years later, a court has said that the document was not valid. He's a major, but he's still free on bail as the girl fights for justice. Let me go across first to Mr. Tejinder Luthra. Mr. Luthra, as a senior Delhi police officer who's been so involved in this case, what was your reaction today?
You know, as you said earlier, I would come to the point immediately. We need to make an exception for certain children. For example, US, UK and France, though they have the age bar for juveniles is 18. But from 16 to 18, if a children has committed heinous crimes are murder, attempt to murder, rape, dacoity and robbery. They have special courts or regular courts. These children face regular courts, regular trials and regular jail. But in our country, we haven't considered this possibility when we amended our Juvenile Justice Act in 2001, when we raised the age bar from 16 to 18. Now, this case has highlighted the importance that we should consider. We should consider that we need to make some exception for people who are between the age of 16 to 18 and who commit heinous crime.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.